Hello there, grade 3. Good to see you again. Thank you for having me. This is your maths lesson for the day. So a very warm welcome to you all. I trust you are very well and healthy and happy. So let's get started with our lesson today. And of course you know that it's brought to you by WorksheetCloud. These live lessons or these recorded online lessons, and you know that you can email me on the email address on this slide. And with no further ado, we can continue. Today we are going to be covering something really massively important in mathematics, and that is place value. And place value talks about where a number is positioned, where is its place, because the number changes depending on if it is in the hundreds column, the tens column, the units column, or the thousands column. And then as you get older, the numbers are going to get bigger and bigger. All right, so here's quite a nice little place value poem. You might want to learn this off by heart, and you might even be able to teach it back to your classmates and your teacher when you get back to school sometime. So here's our place value poem. The ones are on the right. The tens are next in line. Move one more to the left for the hundreds every time. And there you can actually see there are the units and the tens and the hundreds there. Moving on, and here we have a place value chart that I like to call a place value chart. And this place value chart is going to show you how we change numbers, how they look different. If I put a 2 in the ones column, its only value there is 2. So it all depends what house the 2 goes in. Right, but you put the 2 now and you put the 2 into the tens column. Now that 2 represents 20. Big stuff now, not just a little old 2 anymore. This 2 now represents, with his value has really gone up 10 times because it's in the tens column. So its value there is 20. Moving on up one more into the hundreds house or flatlet, and there this 2 is now very smart and full of himself because he's now 200. So you see the number hasn't changed. The 2 still stays the same as a numeral 2, but just depending where it jumps to will tell us what its value is. So let's put all the 2's in here. 2, 2, 2. They all look identical, but they're not. All right? Would you rather have 2 rand, or would you rather have 20 rand, or would you rather have 200 rand? I want to be this 2. This is the 2 we want to be, don't we, grade 3s? Okay, now let's move our 2's out and we'll just quickly go over with the 5's again just to get it copied and pasted into our heads. Let's take our 5 now. Put it in the ones column. It's just worth 5. 5 little sweets. But 5 doesn't like it being there. So 5 says, no, I want to move up to the tens column. Now I'm fancier. I'm worth 50. I'm much more important than the 5 that sits here. I'm here. Wait a moment. Now he wants to get even bigger for his boots. So off the 5 goes into the hundreds column. And guess what? The 5 is now worth 500. Golly. Now, let's put the 5's all in these different columns. What do we see? This 5 is worth 5 sweets. That's healthier. This 5 is now in the column belonging to the 10, Mr. 10, and now the 5 represents his value has gone up and it's now valued at 50. But oh my goodness, now in the hundreds column, it's valued at 500. So now you should understand what that is all about, right? So the place value, where the place of the number is very important. Right, and now we're going to have a look at what 1,000 looks like. What does 1 unit look like compared with 10? Well, there's 10 of these in one of these. So that is 1 unit. When we talk about 1 unit, that's what it looks like. When we talk about one group of 10, that's what it looks like. It is now 10 times bigger than the 1 unit. When we look at 10 times 10, so there are 10 of these in here, 10 times 10, or one group of 100. That's what 100 looks like. Excuse me. But now we're looking at 1,000. What does 1,000 look like? Well, this is what it looks like. And there are 10 of these 100 flats in one big pile of 1,000. These look like ice cubes, I always think. So that's one little cube that you put in your Coke. If it's a very hot day, you might want to put 10 cubes. And if it's a very hot day, you'll have a whole bucket of ice cubes, or 100. And if it's a very hot day, you'll have 1,000. Just remember that this 1,000 here is 10 times bigger than that. 100 is 10 times bigger than 10, and 10 is 10 times bigger than 1. So we're getting 10 times bigger as we move along up from units to thousands. That's just to give you an overall global look at what we are looking at when we're talking about place value and numbers. Okay, we also use what we call an Abacus grade 3. And normally in the old days, they would go and have little beads that they'd pop onto these little metal like sticks or skewers. And it's called an Abacus. And it's very, very useful to use as well. So now, in front of us, we have 3 tens and we have 3 units. And the total of this number, this is what it looks like. And it's important for you to use your visual skills to understand what something looks like. It's a very important stage to step through when you're learning about maths. And of course, so this number really, if I've got 10 ice cubes, plus another 10, plus another 10, I've got 30, don't I? But I've also got 3, so I have got 33 ice cubes. And if I had to put this onto a Abacus, I'm obviously only using the tens and the units, and I've got no hundreds, so there would be a little 3 crosses here. You can do anything you like. I'm going to do stripes most of the time because it's quicker. And there are also 3 little crosses here. But the 3 in here, grade 3, again, it's a picture form, but that 3 there is worth more than that 3. That 3 is worth 3 times 10, 3 tens. Okay, it's telling you there are 3 tens in here, 3 tens. Here, there are 3, but they're only 1s. All right, so that's our next step. Here's a bigger one. What are we looking at? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 tens, and let's put our 5 tens in here. But I'm only just going to do little stripies because that takes too much time. So let's count. How many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mrs. Harmon, that's actually not correct. You're in the wrong column. I was in the hundreds column. So how many have we got now? 5 tens. Let's do the job properly. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many ones or units do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my number here represented on our Abacus is 5 tens and 7 units, and the answer is, there it is, 57. 50 plus 7. One more, a bit more challenging this time. Let's count our tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. So let me put those 9 tens in the correct column this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I don't just have 9 tens, I've also got 3 ones or 3 units. 1, 2, 3. And my answer now is 93. So we are nearly at 100, aren't we? Then maybe you can use the hundreds column just now. Oh, not yet. Right, we're going to count this number now. Let's have a look. Let's count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Right, 90. I'm going to write this up here in my beautiful mouse handwriting. Now we're going to count the units. These ones here. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So altogether, this picture represents 99 in total. And what have I got sneaking up here? So we're talking about 9 tens plus 9 units. If we add another cube or little unit, another little cube, it means that I will have, what will I have? I'll have 10 units here. I will have 10 units. So if I go and I take my little cube and I slot it in there, I now have got 10 units here. And you know, but that one unit, which is that one unit makes 10 units, or a group of 10, but now it changes this not to 99 but to 90 plus 10, which is 100. Yay! Maybe I should use a pen for that. 100. Excuse me. Okay, so now there is 100. That's 100. Remember I showed you that picture before? That is the same as these, added together. So let's go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But I've also got a little extra one here, which is 110. So there is my 100. Which is the same as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I had to write 100, I would write it as there is only 100. We're going to delete these because we don't need them. Or we pretend that they're not here. Let's just cross them out. Because I'm really wanting you only to look at the at this 100 here. And how do we write it? Just like that. And so we're saying there's only 100. There are no tens and there are no units. Okie dokes. So now we can look at some slightly bigger numbers. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Right, what have we got here? Let's count. I've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So we're going to write that. We've got 500. Beautiful handwriting. Sure you can do better. And then we've got 10 and 20. But I've got 3 little units here, so I have to, that's 3. What my total number is now is 523. There it is there. I'm going to go on to another platform now just to show you how we're going to write this on our Abacus. I couldn't fit an Abacus on the other page. So how am I going to write this then? We are using the 523, which is over here. Let me see if I can move my camera. Excuse me. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my hundreds column. I'm going to put 1, 2 in my tens column, and I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 in my units column. There we go, and it's the sum 523. Let's have a look at this one now. So, what have I got? I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hundredths. Okay, let's remember that. That's 900. Then I'm going to count my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens, which is 90. Then I'm going to count my units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we have 999. And if I wrote this on here, okay, I've got to refresh the page. Let me just see if it is telling stories. Yeah, I do have to refresh my page, which is no problem. Let's see if it'll load. There we go. Just wrap all this. Oh, whoops. Don't go away. I've got to be quite careful when I rub these out. Right, so if I had to do 999 on my Abacus, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hundredths, and I've got 9 tens. 1, 2, which is 90, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've also got 9 units, but you can now see, grade 3s, how I write it on my screen here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it looks very different, doesn't it? It looks like on the Abacus, it looks as if we have, they all look the same. But in actual fact, it looks very different, doesn't it? This here looks very, very different. So look, that is your 900. That is your 90. And that is your 9 units. Alrighty. I think there's something gone missing here. Alright, so if we added one more of these, I hope I haven't made a mess up here. It's supposed to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's fine. I'll just delete that. Righty, so what I have here is 999. There are my hundreds, there are my tens, and there are my 9 units. So what happens then if I go and I add another unit? Now I have got 900, I've got 90, and I've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10. So 900 plus 90 plus 10 is, that's absolutely right, it is 1,000. Now we're looking at thousands, which is those big cubes. Right. So just to show you here, let's count our hundreds. How many hundreds have we got? Because it's 10 times 100 is the same as 1,000. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I've got too many. Let's take this one away. Let's count it again. 1, whoops, undo, It's just hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got too many again. Gosh. Okay, let's count again. Let's use the pen this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hundreds. Do you see that, guys? And 10 of these hundreds here, all smacked together, is the same as 1,000. I think I'm going to put that onto another, oops, undo, onto another, I hope I can get rid of this. Alright, so now we have got a different abacus. This abacus now has got thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. So 1,000, and this is how I'm going to represent 1,000 on my abacus. So there was only 1,000, right? And that's actually, so what is there is what this looks like here. Here's another number. This time I've got one group of 1,000. I've got one group of 100, which is 100. I've got one group of 10, which is 10, and one little unit. And what is that number, grade 3? What do you think that number is? So let me write it down. 1,000, 100, 110, and 1 unit. If I had to write that on my abacus, there is my 1,000. Alright, so I'm going to write I've got 1,000, I've got 100, I've got 110, and I've got 1 unit. So in this column here, there are 1,000 of those little blocks. In this column, there are 100 of those little ice cubes. In this block, there are only 10, and in this block, there's only 1. And that's how we represent 1,000, 1,111. So 1, 1, 1, 1 in each. Let's try this one now. 1,000, where is it? There it is, 1,111. Okay, we've done that pretty much. Now, let's just do a little bit of a recap now, and let's just put these into the 3 different numbers into the abacus. Let's do number 1, 223. So I've got 2 hundreds, I've got 2 tens, and I have got 3 units. Right? So effectively, if I've made a picture of this, there is 100, and there's another 100, that is 10, and another 10, and I have got 3 units. Okay, so that is 223. Look how different this is. That's 2 in the hundreds column and 2 in the tens column, but it's got a completely different value. Those of you who don't understand place value, then I'm hoping that this is going to help, because it's really important that you do understand it for when you go up higher in the school. Right, let's take these off. And get rid of this. Okay, then we're just going to look at the last one now, which is 999. So that is now your just one less than 1,000. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you add just one more of these little cubes to there, and we would get 999. So that number 999 means there are 999 of these little guys in there. Right, so there are 999 of these in there. One more would make it 1,000. And grade 3, that is the end of my maths lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to be able to apply all that you've learnt in your lesson today in your worksheet that you're going to be downloading from worksheet.com. You can do your worksheet, and then you can look at the answer sheet to answer your work as well. And you know what the nice thing about this is, that you can go back and watch the video again if you don't understand. And it's like having a teacher at your beck and call all the time. That could be a bit of a problem if you had your teacher all the time bossing you around, wouldn't it be? Grade 3s. Anyway, so lovely to have you and to spend time with you. I miss my class terribly, so I'm just very glad that I can at least have some connection and do some teaching, which I love. So have a good day, everybody. And remember to keep watching all these lessons, because it keeps you clever and up to speed with the curriculum, so you don't miss out, and so that you can do well at school. All right, lots of love and look after yourselves. See you soon. Goodbye for now.